Great. お願いします。
お願いします。
All right. Cool. Let's just. Ooh, right. Doing attack by contact. Oh, fuck. Yep. Let me just take it. The sides. Rotation. You can set fire them. And dragging it away from the spine. Yep. And so you can take any direction. Let's take it. Like it's a kid. 4. Yeah, right. We're not quite good at step line. One more time. Going up halfway. Leg extension. Fine. Yeah, we're taking the shoulders up to the back. Forward. We're kind of some meat in this with the thumbs. Open up. Lift the chest. Forward. Doing the hands together. Reaching out. Taking out the shoulders a little bit. The other way. Alternating. The other way. The arms up to the side. The pressure out. Draw the things back towards the body. But the rotation to the shoulders. And alternating palm side up. And release out the elbows. The shoulders. The way. Alternating. Way. And taking the elbow back. Up down the arm. Both hands open, open the back, settle. 3 seconds. Release back to the center. Like, get down, just reach up. So, and then taking the 2 fists together up and over, and then a bit of extension out. Again, find the ground shoot. Give yourself a couple of seconds. Walk back. Dig to the side. Get in the hands. Up on the body. Stabilize it down. The legs. If it feels comfortable, just play with a little bit more rotation through as well. So take the fist laterally over. We're also going to do a little bit more rotation with it again. But and you check the 2 hands together. Great. Right. Now you're sticking to hips. Circles. And the other way. And gently with this one, just placing the hand behind the back of the knee, taking to the double low squat. Take as far as comfortable with this one. Back of the knee, into it. And then lifting back up towards the leg. It's nice and long. And then coming down, just put a little bit of pressure out to the side. Ready. And then back up. And then just going also. And the other way. Lovely. Do the hand and feet together. Just placing one leg back. Place most of the weight in that front leg. Rolling out one way, hands together. Change the direction. Then feet. Foot. Change the leg. In direction. Balancing on one side, just pressing out the foot, expanding out the foot, pressing out the hand. A little bit of point and a little bit of spread of the toes as far as you can. Away. Same with the hands. Side. And then just gently with the foot in the ground, you're going to kind of grip with the toes. Can't really show good this, but a little bit of grip with the hands. Add a little bit with this one, so a little bit of pressure back down the hand as well. So just to get a little bit of torsion there. And same time, think about gripping with the toe. So imagine there was like a towel or something underneath, just grabbing with the toes. Pull the toe in, release it. Release it. Changing the foot, the hands doing the same. Pick up this a little bit. We're just taking a little bit of a hinging work we did yesterday. So we'll go straight into the hand position. Just play with a few. So that's yesterday we were doing this hand position with the hinge. Keep it kind of elastic one. So we're going to have the feet a little bit wider than hip width. A little bit of an intern at the feet, lengthen through the hip. Again, prioritize the hip. We were doing yesterday. Prioritize the hip. Bring the hands out. In this case, just playing with a kind of scooping motion of the hand. So what I would do with this one is just have the hands a little bit wider, feel like a long position, feel the lats engaged deep down, and then think about scooping the hands forward with the movement. And then depending on how far your legs are away, you might be able to get a little bit deeper. But just watch for like splitting in the body with something where the head starts to come out and the chest starts to expand out. So think about the length up, hinge back, draw the hands out wide. Just find the kind of limit of the extension here. The limit would be that if it starts to go so far forward that the lat starts to lengthen and disengage. Just feel you're scooping through the motion in this one. That's it. Good. Nice, so nice. And again, the primary motion is the hip hinge and just chaining together that engagement there. So that's it. Just find a position where you're reasonably comfortable with it. Think of the length through, and then just play with the lid with an impulse down to the ground. Again, try and avoid something where the hand does it. Try and feel that the feet are finding the ground. And then you're just engaging, sending that impulse down. So it's just to find an impulse down. And it's just to also check on the grounding of the feet as well. So one thing you could do with this one would be like a pressure in, or also kind of pressure out with the legs, a little bit like drawing the legs together, just to check where the legs are engaging also and where you're kind of anchoring the body in the musculature. And you can also play with a little bit of spread out. What I find with this one is the draw in, a little bit engages more the posterior chain. It tends to live on the pattern. Just feel that again, that movement of the hip, sending that impulse down, transferring also to the hands here as well. And then last one, this one, we're going to go to the full stretch position. Keep the hands separated. Again, try and avoid the lats totally disengaging, but think about also creating a bit of length through them as well. So they're there and you can draw them and engage the hands down. Try and avoid with this one something like totally stretched out where the arms start to go and the back starts to break structure. So think about length through, think about picking up a box or reaching for a box. Think about the length through the spine. Take a couple of big deep breaths here. Good one to expand open the diet, open the rib cage also. So use a little bit more length position. And then from here, just start to slowly draw it down. Reach the hands down to the ground, just into the fingertips. Let the head just gently kind of look between the feet or a little bit behind the body. Again, just take a couple of deep breaths here. Big breath into the rib cage, back to the rib cage. Active on the breath out. And then last, you just creep the hands forward a little bit further. lengthen the body out a little bit more. Take most of the bend out of the knees, lengthen up the body. And then drawing the hands to the shin bone. With a bit of pressure in it, feel the ground in the feet. With the leg, just start to pull the body back up. Take one moment here just to stay in the hinge. Go out wide and feel the body nicely plugged into the ground. Expand them shoulders. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Slowly bring it to the neutral. Relax a little bit, shake out a little bit. We're just going to one lunge position. So keep it quite a short position. Start with a 50-50 weight in the feet. And we'll go straight into this one again. So just reaching out and over. Again, so you've got the hinge work. The main thing to avoid this one will be like going forwards over the knee and the knee bending forward. Again, think of it as a hinge and think of lengthening the back of the leg here. So mainly also to start to target a little bit of hip rotation here as well. Reaching out and over, reach through, pull yourself back into the neutral. Yeah, and each time as you do it, see if you can take a little bit more weight that front leg. And it's also to kind of check on the knee, whether the knee's able to take that rotation. Okay, nice, great. So again, do a few swinging through, and then if you find a comfortable position with both hands, just linking the fingers together, don't jam them together, just kind of hold in that position. And then just play with a little bit of a pulse through. Again, really listen to the knee in this one. It's very easy for the knee to start to pull out of the ground, and also for the upper body to just do the motion. So feel that the hips here are involved in this motion going through here. The other thing's a little bit of a detail with this one is just watch for the hips kind of dropping through the motion. So it's something where the hip collapses and then the rotation comes from really a twisted position. So keep the hips kind of even with this one and then find that pattern this way and then see if you can include a rotation. So it's to try and keep the movement forward dimension. There will be obviously a kind of drop of the hip, but try and avoid sinking into it this way and then dropping into it this way. So basically trying to avoid a kind of collapse position. And you might notice with that, if I'm trying to prevent that, you might notice the rotation is actually quite small, actually quite slight in the rotation route. Not as big as I actually think rotating through that position. Great, and then last one from there, just to open it out, just think about reaching up into it. So keep all the weight in the front foot now, and see if you can reach right up with it. A little bit like that stretched out position, but really keep the engagement on. And what you're looking for now is really a spiral path through. And again, notice it's quite easy to kind of drop into the hip this way. So you can keep the full feeling of the back hip as well. And that's going to be also in your connection down to the ground. So just checking with the back foot. It's still got contact, good strong contact with the ground, just not taking much weight as well. So once you've got to a left position, start to a little bit come out of the hinge, but again, keeping the weight really in that front leg. So you start to take that spiral path up now. And take up again a couple of big, strong deep breaths in. Yeah, really great for lifting for the ribs to kind of open up. Yeah, and you're not trying to twist into position, you're trying to rotate, spiral, and fly up into it. And then just slowly release on the next one. Still witch the feet out. Again, just coming back into a reach through. Just checking through contact, good, strong contact with the back foot as well. Allow the hips to glide. Back leg, the back of the front leg, really strong. One thing you could do is really like glue the big toe into the ground, so really strongly, particularly the ball of the big toe. Good. And then when you come through it, just start to go into a wide out position, both hands together, and then start to play with a little bit of rotation. You could do a kind of very lateral movement, and just to check in with that evenness of the hip work. And then once you've got that feeling good, so take it through a bit more of a spiral this way. And then just check you're not really dropping and collapsing into that back here. Got strong contact with it. Let's do it a little bit. Lovely. Perfect. And then again, just starting to reach out a little bit further. Keep all the weight in the front leg. All the weight you've got in that rotation. Stretch up into it. Take a couple of deep breaths. And then think about just drawing up wide the body, tall, and just check in. Still with the weight in the front foot, but nice strong connection with that back leg. The big deep breath. And then release it on the next one. There. Shake out a little bit, shake out the legs. Great. And we'll just do one more, which is the get up, get down one. So if you start with the legs together, I'll alternate with this one. Take it kind of progressively deeper in this one. So I'm going to pick up the foot and the hand, wiggle them a little bit, go into the lunge, just to kind of work on the length bit first, and just the coordination really, and use that engagement through. So it's quite easy to do in a way that's kind of light. Do in a way you're really engaging, so shifting the weight to one side, picking the foot up, lengthening forwards and backwards, down and up. And then just so you can alternate the pattern each time. And once you're kind of comfortable with the coordination and you feel the body stabilize, start to take a little bit deeper. Start to bring the knee a bit closer to the ground. And the further away the leg is from the body, obviously, the more difficult this is, the wider and lower. Yeah. And again, this is really about creating length through the structure. So it's very possible to do with collapse. Just kind of drop through the motion. A little bit trickier to do with a sensory kind of extension, grounding, lengthening structure. Step one addition to it. So this is just this kind of straight back position. Very nice. And then maintaining lat engagement, do it with the arm is also the work there with it. And you could do it without, you could just do it with kind of lengthening pattern. With that, see if you can keep that engagement as well. Lovely. Perfect. Right. And then last one with this one, if you feel comfortable, you can go to the ground with it. Go all the way down into the pattern this way, and just play. It's also with a hip hinge and a spiraling pattern. The front leg and the front hip, you're just going to reach back a little bit, and I'm going to just reach forward with the hip. So just do a few on this one. Tease the hip out, reach hand forward, come back to neutral, lengthen up. The difficulty in this again is maintaining the length through the spiral. So once you've got into the length, again, if it feels comfortable, come down a little bit further with it, and again, just start to play with teasing this out. Make sure you really find the length as well. If you come up with length with this one. And just if you can, if you can't go all the way, what you could do is go into that pattern again. Just go into this pattern again, and just be a little bit more extreme in the movement than we did before. So it will go a little bit wider. Find a comfortable position for the reach, for the down. Just start to play with basically again, teasing open the hip here, going up this way. But it's a really nice one to do on your knee because you've got a bit more stability. And again, it's in a pattern where we tend to be kind of constricted and collapse, and trying to create length to that pattern and then use the length to spread, spiral, and open the body. So particularly in the hip, this one, a really good one for the mobility work and stabilization as well. Really good exercise. Right. Just again, do a few, come up and out of it, change the legs. Great. And then next, if you just come up on your own time, don't rush. Just shake out a little bit, shake out hips. Just to release everything, just primarily focusing on the hip. Okay. Think about that lat engagement, but a bit lighter, looser, but still feel it's engaging the arm. So again, you could really do this where the arms can swing up and out and the lats disengage. Really possible. But see that you can kind of draw the arm into the body. So I'm going to start to just take a little bit more condensed movement, and just feel the lat engagement. So as if you're dropping the elbow down to the body and then releasing it. Just one change. It's just going to change the hand weight, so it'll be like a scoop up, and then a drop down this way, so the palms are going to kind of lead the motion. So again, just to feel that kind of motion up. So it's still keep the swinging action with it. So the worst thing I would be to like loosen the swinging action and just kind of jam the shoulders up. So keep the shoulders free, keep them hanging loose, and then feel there's a little bit more contact and feeling in the palms, so reaching them up, and then rotate them through, and then drain them down. Also, what you're doing here is just playing with a little bit of forearm rotation. So just that motion. And again, just basic coordination work really. So drawing up, drawing down. And you could make this quite big. Make it a little bit more condensed. Main thing to look for. One thing that would again prohibit the kind of swinging motions or the kind of fullness in hand would be the bicep really engaging through the pattern. So just feel you're lengthening down the back of the arm, then the connection through the lats to the back. Just feel the hands kind of pulled without the kind of constriction of the front of the body. So, and lastly, just to put a little bit more impulse on the back, just to open up the body back a little bit more. So just use that impulse, put it back, put it back. So there's going to be a little bit of a settling down, draw out. But just draw the body back into a neutral position. The hip work's still doing it. Impulse still there, strong. Great. Great. And then shake everything out a little bit. Shake out the hands. Shake the legs. Shake the body. Right. And grab a joke when you're ready. Let's continue a little bit what we were doing yesterday in terms of grounding work. So just working straight into a Zengo pattern. Take it slow, really using the pauses. Circle ground, into the ski. Circle ground. We're just going to one slight variation, which is just to make two skis with it, and you don't need to make them every time. And also, it's a good exercise to not sometimes, and just go into rotation. But play with, in this case, going to the second ski through and ground. So ground, ground, find the ground, find the second, go forward, ground, ground, width. Again, sometimes don't make it. Sometimes go straight back into rotation with it. So adding a second ski forwards. Yeah. Great. So we'll just build up a pattern. It actually comes from the 31, so it's the tail end of the 31. We'll do this both sides well, because often, again, with the 31, it's just one side. Play with this one, if there's two skis through. And you know from the kata, the drawback, what I'm going to do is just make a split with the kata and go forward with it first. So actually just on the spot really. So play with this both sides. Got the ski, draw back, and then really just more on the spot. So just switching the hip over, finding the Gedangaeshi pattern this way. If you want to go straight to the other side, just switch the jo over, and then you can do it on this side as well. So it's ski, to draw back, and then just chain you on the spot, nice and strong with the Gedangaeshi. And if you want to stick, or if you want to change sides, just switch the jo out and back into the mic, and you'll be on the other side. So we'll train the pattern both sides. Take your time with it. The Gedangaeshi there on the spot. Judge. There we go. Yes. Nice. Great. And then we just take it to pattern you find in the kata. So this will be the roll back now. So you've got the two skis, you've got the draw back, and then you've got this switch of the hip here. So really prioritize in this case this mobility. This time you're doing it as you're stable through it. So you roll through it, find a block through this way. Again, you could just reset and back to the same side. Or if you wanted to go to the alternate side, thrust, draw back, and then you're going to roll the hip through this one. Big, strong movement back. And this one, the function of it is as a block. So it's a big white position to roll back. It's just checking these things are a very tricky movement to do. So lovely. So, great. Great. So we just extend the pattern a bit again. Just follows the pattern now. So thrust in, roll back to the block. This time you've got the thrust to the front foot. Your hands keep coming up. Let the jo come up over the head. We'll continue to the end. Thrusting in, striking to finish. Your 𝗓𝗡𝗟𝗡𝗓. Again, if you want, you could just keep the same side, go back that way, or alternate each time. So the pattern works both sides of this one. Thrusting in, back, thrust in high, roll back, ski in, switch, change, finish on the right side. So the handwork pattern is a little bit different with the less strike, but essentially the same. Ski, your 𝗓𝗡𝗟𝗡𝗓. Okay, good. Great. Yeah, good. All right. Nice. Lovely. So just look at one thing with it. It's a more on the less on the technical aspect, more on the kind of energetic one, and just in kind of feeling one. So as you go into this one, think of the body's really kind of drawing in. So you're drawing small, even though you go into like a full strong block, the body's still kind of crouched in this position, so it's quite a low position. And the body's in the position. Think about really this motion. Really start to open the body back up. So try and avoid something where the body stays kind of small in this pattern. This one, and then the body goes big, really thick and drives in this way. And then from this pattern also, don't go into this pattern. It's much more this pattern. So it's a big open expansion. And then the last two follow this kind of big expansive kind of motion with the body. So really coming back to a kind of full body, but it's really a sense that it's part of the pattern that you're a little bit crouched small, and then you're going really draw big breath, and then find the body, find that big strong kind of lengthened long position again. And a little bit part of the function of the kata in that sense, you're going small, making the block strong, and then you're drawing out to it nice and energetically. And then the last two moves are just a kind of big, strong, flourish in that kind of open position as well. Just take a section of that, just to play with it again on a little bit more. It'll lead towards a little bit more kindergarten work, but think about this in this one. It's going to be less this. It's going to be much more something like this way. So do this slowly, but think about this as a full ski out, and then it's going to roll this way through, back into the ski this way. So just play with that part. So a really nice part would be like go down, ski through, but draw back, really finding that back leg, and then thrusting in this way. So you could do it in a static way. You do the same bit, pull into the ski this way, and yeah, just play with it on both sides. It's not something we do in the kata, but this drives in, this rolls back, this thrusts in strong. Okay, so just play with it a little bit. This into the ski. Again, you could do it in a bit more static way, but it's also nice to do in a bit more of a flow. And then movement is a nice one where you kind of draw into that back leg. And then really about stabilizing the body in that back leg as well. Very nice. So yeah, the main thing that will kind of prohibit. I know people are a bit funny about this, and I understand why, but some people have a bit of an obsession with this being too close to the head. So what happens is it starts to go like something like this, and then the next move becomes something like this. But think about this is driving. It's going to be really driving in this way. This is close to the head, but I'm going to be away from it this way. I need that position because I'm really driving the jaw down this way. Driving this way. It's not that I'm doing this. This is like this, and this is like driving in this way. And then from this, the jaw's kind of drawn around. It is close to the head, and that's where it's kind of strong to be in this position. That's the reason when I go into this pattern this way. So like really make this back in this way. But if I make it like a stingy motion, be something like, and I'm quite afraid of the jaw near the head, so I start to kind of separate away from it. But just feel that the body's, and know where the tip of the jaw is. It can be close to the head. So we kind of do this little bit of a weave. And then the pathway of the jaw really is important. And it really matters which way it's going. Great. So we'll just do one one variation. It's just to bring a 𝗧𝗔𝗞𝗘𝗠𝗨𝗦 in. So this one you can do this on both sides, but we'll just do it on the left side. So we'll take it somewhere else in the next bit. So just start in the left side with this one. Go just as you do the kata through. There. This is all the same. This is the same. Rolling back through. You're going to bring this in as well. Just don't go into the yokomen now. So you're just going to change this now into a 𝗧𝗧. Draw up onto the spot. If you can go to the full one, if you can't go to this one, and then just finishing here with a 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 to this way. So it's the same kata. You're just not going into the 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 this way. You're thrusting and then you're switching it into a 𝗧𝗧. We'll play with a few again. So the simpler 𝗧𝗧 to kind of work with would be just drawing the feet together, finding the 𝗧𝗧, and then shifting into the 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 this way. We'll actually play with a few, so feel free to explore a different kind of footwork with that. And just find a 𝗧𝗧 that you can comfortably fit into your space. Long. And still include the ski with this one, so it gives a bit of a challenge to the motion as well. So you're with the ski this way, this ski in, and then find the 𝗧𝗧 with this one. Yeah, it's quite easy to, in a sense, come back from kamae and then roll into 𝗧𝗧 this way. But include this kind of front ski as well, so ski into it so the body's engaged, and then see if you can find the 𝗧𝗧 from that position. If you want to, just play with this set, which will be like a ski through, and then a roll through the 𝗧𝗧. Ski through, and roll into the 𝗧𝗧. Again, quite a tricky footwork pattern to do by engaging into the ski and then rolling the body back. So from a very wide position, with the demand really strong in the back leg. So it's a nice one to play with. But then just feel free to explore a little bit the footwork pattern with that. But then you've got the ski, and then you've got the 𝗧𝗧. There we go. Not too different how you do the 13 actually. So if you take the rotation out. That's it. Great. Very nice. So we'll just add one more move to this. So it's a complex motion. It's the one that would come from the 𝗔𝗞𝗞𝗏𝗏, this one, 19, rolling through this way and into the strike this way. We'll skip to the kind of flowing, slightly flowing form. So once you finish the yokomen in this game, I'll do that project. You've got the 𝗧𝗧, got the yokomen here, and then just play it again. It's to really just work on rotation, grounding through this way. You're going to rotate fully through, strike the back this way. Just keep the hands quite soft for this one. So you've done the yokomen, you roll through around, follow it, change the strike into the back. But just to open another direction really with the ball. So just from the left side, thrusting, right, rolling back, block, Gyodan ski, drawing back, ski, find a 𝗧𝗧, yokomen, and then see if you can whip in and your foot to the back. Okay, great. Then open up the form to the back of the butt. You could obviously do the form like you got in the basic 𝗔𝗞𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, be 19. Just see if we can get a little bit of a fluid form. See if we can chain it together a bit. Okay. Main thing with this, just work on this. Watch this. So if I have too strong a grip with this one, what will happen is the jaw will go into this pattern this way. So it'll go this way, and then I'll basically twist around the shoulder. So with this one, it's why the basic, if you think about the basic, what you do is you release the left hand and you go into this pattern. What this teaches is a kind of release through the shoulder through a very easy way. So because if I split the hand off, it's very easy to go into a kind of open shoulder position. If I don't do that as I do this one, if I'm not kind of open and freeing the shoulder there, this happens. The body basically gets like torsioned out. So think about as you do this, the left hand can be quite free, supple. And what I'm looking for is just this path through the shoulder, but it's very easy as I go into it, particularly if I go like this and twist the body through. So take your time with this one. Find the upper one this way, and then you release the structure through the rotation. This, and particularly the shoulder. And you're going to free the shoulder by freeing up the hands in this case, particularly the left side. That one's going to kind of twist you out. Okay. This is also what's happening. So it's not an up move. It's not an up motion. So it's not up and then turn. It's this way. So it's taking the tip and I'm dragging the tip this way through the motion. But it's not. What I'm not doing is raising the tip up, turning, and then hitting it down. This is like way too linear. So there's really no raise in this motion. It's more this whipping the tip around this way. The raise is going to be as you rotate this way. And if you think of the function of this motion, it's also as a block this way to the back. So it's not going to be like a raise to go up, rotate, turn, and then strike. It's going to be rotate through underneath and then strike it this way. Again, the basic pattern teaches that you learn to kind of do this motion. So the raise is going to be during the rotation rather than initiated before and then into. So the best solver for this one would be like one-handed, hit through, and then just do that. So the pattern of the jaw really says like this. If it was like this, it's way too many directions really. So you could make that very clear. It's just the knot through. You could, if you wanted to, just keep going with that one. The body's in order, more or less. Should be quite easy to just not screw the body up, but you could keep kind of whipping the jaw around. If you have space.
Yeah, if you have space, you can whip it around on walls and what is it?
Yeah. Just hack away at the walls. Nice. Oh, go in. There we go. Lovely. That's it, Kevin. Yeah. Good. Lovely. Good. Yeah, got it. Great. Yeah. Keith. Yeah. Great. Got it. Good. Right. So just let's do this a little bit slow and get more kind of cool down, but keep the kind of body strong with it. So find the ground with it. Start to feel the kind of path through it. So keep it slow, but it's kind of pulsing going. So just keep real good. Is you could do it on the other side, but we'll just keep it simple for the end. We'll just stick to. Last week, just think about slowing and think about containing the movement a little bit more. So again, just to focus on the kind of internal rotation of the body. Think about keeping a little bit tighter with the motion, so slower. Imagine most of it's going to be done mostly on the spot. Joe's around the body. Again, can against the movement a little bit. And then it's pretty much kind of forgetting the front and back aspect. Just go into the up and down, and go into the kind of internal, inside outside aspect of it. So being able to just stretch the body out from the floor. Good. And then last the tickler, so just as a find the spot, take out a little bit. Just do a nice slow one. Take this as low as comfortable. Start to draw the body down. Hold forward. Keep the shoulders nice and soft. Keeping the feet soft. Keep the lift down. Another one to the left. Use the jaw to the left. If it feels comfortable, take a little bit of a light swing. Body. One. There you go. Finish. Come up. Nice deep breath in. Over the shoulders. Far as you can. Comfortably. Great. We will stop the recording. Great. どうもありがとうございます。
どうもありがとうございます。
Good. Thank you very much.